This is Trinity.
And this is Dirt Time Adventures. Hey guys, it is January 1st, 2016. We want to wish you guys a Happy New Year. And today we're going to be looking at Block 5 of the Pathfinder system. This is going to be part 1, and we're going to be looking at combustion today. Going to be making three different tinder bundles, and going to be showing you 3 different types of fire starting methods. So stick with us. You ready to do this? All right. So when you get ready to start a tinder bundle, you need to make sure that you're working on a flat surface, as flat as possible, where you can catch some of the material coming off of it. And so we're going to use this flat rock here, and we're to start off with jute twine, and then in part 2 of this video, we're going to use natural material. So I want to show you the 3 different stages that we use. And this is the different layers of this material that we're going to use to create a tinder bundle. So when I'm making a jute twine bundle, there's a couple different things I'm shooting for. One, I want to get some bigger stuff, and I'll leave it whole. I'll leave a whole piece of jute twine, and I'll allow that to be my outer layer. And then what we'll do is we'll take some of these pieces that I've cut and do a reverse twist on them, and you'll see that they divide into 3 different layers, and then I slowly pull them apart, and that's where I get my strands. And so I'll have the twine, which is the jute, I'll have the strands, and then I have the fibers. And the way you get the fibers is once you break it down into the strands, you take those strands and pull them apart, and that's where you get the fine fibers. Alright, so once you get a cut piece of jute twine, it's good if you cut it too, because it makes it easier to manage and handle. You just simply do a reverse twist on it, and it'll begin to open up on you. And you'll see the 3 different strands right there.
Daddy, can we pull out the hairs?
Yeah, you can pull all the fibers out you want. But see, right there is a good example of the 3 different strands. Once you take those 3 different strands, you pull them apart. So now it's going from twine to strands. Then you take that strand, find an end piece, and you'll see it's kind of starting to feather out there, right here. And you just begin to pull that apart. And it'll begin to make these little bitty fibers, and then you can just start pulling them apart even more, breaking it down, breaking down all these to little, and they pretty much become little hairs. And you do that a bunch, and you start balling those up. So once you get your fibers and ball them up, you take your strands and you make a ball with them, and you stick the fibers, the hairy stuff, in your strands. Then you take your twine pieces that haven't been separated, and you make another one and stick it in there. And so in the end, you'll have about a softball sized ball that has the strands, the twine, and the fibers in it. And that gives you a 3-layer tinder bundle, which is important because the fibers are going to be like a flash combustion. It's going to light up fast and it's going to burn quick. The strands will burn a little bit longer, and it'll help light the twine, which will give you a good tinder bundle.
Just like this.
All right. Now we got a ball of fibers, a ball of strands, and a little bit ball of just the jute. And so need a little bit more jute. I'll cut up here in a little bit, but pretty much take your ball of fibers, stick it in your ball of jute or your twine, create a bundle of jute, just kind of work it into a bird's nest. And then there's what you'll have. Make it a little bit bigger than that, and should be good to go. So we got 4 jute bundles here, and got a little one over there to the left that I'm gonna show you a little fun fire method most of you guys are familiar with, but I got Trinity out today and wanted to show her. Alright, so we got our 4 tinder bundles here, and gonna start off with the easiest method for me, and that is the fire still. And so go ahead and take our tinder bundle here, and train. What we do is we take a pocket knife or any type of sharp spine and stick it in there, and there she goes.
Daddy, you're gonna bring the rock.
Yeah. And so that's one with the simple ferro rod. We'll set it off to the side here.
Can I do the next one?
And you guys can see it burns for quite a while.
Daddy,
And that's
I'm
just
gonna
the
do
first
next
one.
I'm gonna do the next one.
You want to do one? I'll let you do the fun one. Alright, so we'll get rid of that smoke and ash. Alright, next one's Flint and Steel. And I'm going to try to light it without using the wick.
Oh, I know this
But
one.
I've not had a lot of luck lighting it without a wick.
I know this one.
Take my tinder bundle and my fire striker. And so maybe you guys can tell me some ideas of something I can try to get it to work in the actual bundle.
Maybe put it under it?
Put a little bit under it and a little bit over it, you think, sister?
Yeah.
We can try that. Bury it in there. Nope, she went out. So I bet there's a better method for this. But what I'm going to go ahead and try is lighting the wick. And hopefully that will suffice for the guys there at the Pathfinder school. And if not, they can message me and I'll go ahead and do it again.
Daddy, you let it burn out.
Try to take that little ember and
Hey, Daddy, can we make fireworks? We can make fireworks out
make
of
fireworks, huh?
Yeah. Daddy, this looks like fireworks.
I'm glad this ain't hemp. I'd be getting high. It is January 1st, 2016.
January 1st? Why is it January? Summer. Oh, I can feel that smoke.
Yeah, it's heat too. Just can't get it to ignite. You're blocking the camera. She's smoking. Don't breathe that in. Ah, gosh. Oh, there we go, finally. And pull your wick out.
Daddy, I'm gonna step on the fire. I don't care. Daddy, can I step on the fire?
No, let's not step on the fire. We'll put it back in the fire pit.
How?
But that's really the only way I've been able to get the friction or the flint and steel to light is with either tar cloth or the wick. And I think that tinder bundle accidentally set it on the ground and probably soaked up some moisture from the ground. So that's the flint and steel. Hopefully that passes for the Pathfinder school. If not, they can message me and I'll try it again with without the lamp wick. And so anyways, that's the Flint and Steel there for me, and we'll move on now to solar ignition. Alright, so we'll put out this lamp wick. Trinity decided she would rather do the fun one before moving on to solar, and because the solar may take a little bit. Hopefully we got enough sunshine and rays. Set the Flint and Steel kit off to the side. So the fun one is 9-volt battery and triple aught steel wool. Okay, so Train, all you gotta do is stick this end into the steel wool. Pull it out as soon as it catches on fire though. Hold on. Oh, she got it going. Pull it out. Wrap this tender bundle around it. There she went. That was the fun one. All it took was the battery and some steel wool, huh?
Can we have this one, please?
Have what? My battery?
Yes.
You can't have my battery.
Yes, I can.
Put that in the fire pit.
I want to make another
Let
one.
that burn. Come over here. We need to hurry. Come stand right here. Come stand behind me. Well guys, my camera died yesterday and unfortunately I wasn't able to get me starting a solar fire on camera. Ended up doing it anyways, but wanted to make sure I got it on video for you guys today. And so with the key to the solar fire is we're not trying to get a flame. We're simply trying to get a coal going. And so whether you're using the Pathfinder Hudson Bay magnifying glass, or whether you're using a cheap dollar store magnifying glass, it's completely doable. And so what you do is you take part of your bird nest, take some of your finer material with this with the jute twine, get all the bigger stuff out, and you can do this with inner bark, you can do it with cattail fluff, you can do it with a bunch of different things. So, and you take it, and what you're trying to do is create this little ball and compressing out and trying to suppress it from oxygen. You just take that little bit and begin to wad it up, and you're trying to get a ball motion going. This may be a little too much. Let me pull some of that out. Get a little circle ball going. Trying to get it rolling. So I got me a nice tight ball, and what you can do now is you can take this ball and do one of two things. You can light it and make a coal with it and then stick it in your bird nest, or what some people do is they'll stick it in their bird nest and then they'll concentrate it on that ball and light the bird nest. So get that down where you guys can see it. And go ahead and actually move it around a little bit because you're wanting to char as much surface area as you can. And when you get this to where it will smoke on its own without you, then you know you got a coal burning in there. I think we're about there. Close. Takes time. It's kind of like watching water boil. But if you can master solar, a solar fire, this is a renewable fire source that you will always have as long as there is sunlight. And so it's definitely one worth trying to master. Okay, that's got a little bit of smoke going to it. Take a little bit longer than that one would be going. Pretty good. Going to switch over to the cheap dollar store magnifying glass. And you can see it begin to smoke pretty quickly. The bigger the lens, the more sun you're going to capture. And if you're struggling with this, something I'd recommend is try tightening your ball, making sure your ball is nice and tight, because you're wanting to suppress it from oxygen. Maybe a little hard to see the smoke there. The wind's catching quite a bit of it. And my ball even here may be just a little bit too big. But I think we're going to get there with it. And I know this is taking some time, but I really want you to see it for yourself. That there's no shortcuts being taken here. Not sticking a piece of char cloth in it or anything. Taking a straight up piece. Now you can see it's still smoking there, and now I know I got an ember. Try to get that on there for you. There we go. So you can see that we have an ember there smoking pretty good, and that's from the solar. And the more oxygen you feed that, the more likely it's going to ignite. We're going to let that burn for a little bit. Let you watch that there. I'm going to try to burn this wood some here. Just so you can get an idea of how and you can't quite see that probably real well, but it's kind of blackening it right there. Go ahead and put this other one in our tinder bundle. It's going to be hot because I let it go too long. Put it in there and blowing this into flame for you guys. And there she be. Gotta love it. If I wouldn't have burned up the other tinder bundle, I'd ignite another one for you with this. I don't have to keep going because I know I got an ember in there, but I'm trying to demonstrate to you and show you that there's reliable heat there coming with smoke. Even though you can't, like I said, always see it. I could light a fire with that right now. Yeah, that's definitely hot enough to burn me. So, anyways, you see me light it already with the big one, the big magnifying glass. You can do it with the Hudson Bay too. It just takes practice, guys. Alright, so here's, if you keep working with it, I mean, you can be stubborn as you want. Like I said, I could have started it earlier with what I had, but I just kept it going. And I say it's the smallest light you're looking for, but it's actually probably the brightest light you're looking for. You're looking for that bright white light to where your eyes almost hurt to look into it. And so it's that balance between being too far in and too far back. And you'll find it with practice. Make that ball tie to jute twine. You can do this cedar bark, you can do it with cattail down, all kinds of stuff. And so just keep working it. Show you that right there. It's going to be too hot for me to hold here in about a second. If I had some tinder to put that in, that sucker would be booming, igniting. So, all right, that's solar flare. This is Pathfinder Block 5. Whoa. This is Pathfinder Block 5, Part 1. Part 2 is coming soon with the, we're going to do a 30-minute water boil, which it won't take me 30 minutes. Going to do char cloth and going to show you a natural tinder bundle. So it should be a good video. So you guys be sure to stay tuned and keep checking back on my YouTube channel. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And as always, man, guys, I really appreciate your support. I want to thank all my family and friends and everybody from 2015. 2016 is going to be an awesome year. I guess I can announce it now, since I've talked to some of my pastor and my friends, and most of the people I love know this, and some of them don't, but it's official. In March or April, May, and June, I'm going to be gone. You probably won't see me around YouTube. I'm going to be gone taking the Sigma 3 Survival School instructor program. So I'm really looking forward to that, guys. Be praying for me about that. I want to get in a little bit better health and shape than I am right now. But right now, with trapping, I'm hiking probably every bit of 5 to 6 miles a day. And so doing that will definitely get me in shape. So thanks again. Sorry for rambling. Remember, guys, get out in the woods, take a kiddo with you, and keep it practical, primitive, and prepared.